When historians commit to paper the events of 2015, they won't be short of things to write about. The biggest mass movements of people since World War II has seen hundreds of thousands running away from the horrors of Syria and elsewhere. Thousands drowned in the Mediterranean and Aegean seas in overcrowded, terrifying crossings. And a European Union at odds with itself and human rights groups as to whether these people are really refugees at all, let alone whether they should be helped to build new lives.
Go back! No!
Increasingly, newer members of the EU, which argued that the refugees and migrants should be kept out to defend Europe's Christian traditions, successfully shouted down Germany and Sweden, which wanted Europe to offer a lead on human rights. So as the year ended, the best clue came as to what 2016 might have in store. Turkey suddenly being groomed for a quicker entry into the European Union in return for a plan to hold refugees inside its borders before they come to Greece. And in the same way, the European Union tried to convince African leaders that they could work together to create the conditions which would stem the flow of human traffic across the Mediterranean.
Over time, the situation has changed. We are now looking at a framework in which refugees are not only looking for immediate shelter, but after 2, 3, 4 years in refugee camps, they look fundamentally for perspective for their own lives and the life of their children. So to open up opportunities for education, for schooling, for participation in the economy, for working for the time that they're staying in Turkey is an important element as well.
Yet security experts are already warning that blocking some routes will only lead to others opening, perhaps north from the Turkish Black Sea coast and into Romania or even Ukraine. Turkey can't police all of it, and it's lucrative for the smuggling gangs. Human rights groups say not only will the EU plans not work, they're immoral.
In Turkey, refugees don't enjoy human rights at all. Syrians enjoy some sort of protection, but 80% of all Syrian kids in Turkey don't go to school. Syrians are not allowed to work legally. And when we talk about people from Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, they're not allowed to get any protection in Turkey. So that would be a huge point of concern for us.
Of course, the Paris attacks changed European thinking enormously. Another one like it would make things even harder for the refugees. Equally, any sort of agreement between the West, Russia and Turkey on what to do about Syria hardly looks likely. So as hard as 2015 was for all these people, there's every suggestion 2016 could be even harder. Lawrence Lee, Al Jazeera.